well for them. And hopefully with this IGL role, they'll do a lot better as Nova pokes out.
Yeah, but this opening engagement is not looking good for Honeydew to start out. It looks like a beautiful set play for GFU as they claim 2 players early. Started out on the Sova, and now she is going to be the first contact out of this long play, and she's going to decide to just fall back, but she'll lose her life for it. Nova quick to trade it back, though. So this is looking like a GFU pistol as more trades go the way of GFU. It's all up to Julie in a 1v3. No spike in hand and not much HP to work with either. And so GFU are just going to play their time and lurk in together. Julie, you have no way of pulling off this round as Nova picks up their 4th kill. Yeah, I mean, definitely a great round for GFU, something we kind of expect out of them. Like we said, this is sort of their map. Oh my god, 3 kills though out the gate with the Outlaw, and Nova is looking to start this game out on fire. Popping the Blade Storm, wants to keep up this aggression, but quickly will go down to the new sub of xxxxxxxxxxx. And Mimosa will even pick up a kill with the Sheriff. However, with the trade coming through, it's all left up in a 1v3. And this looks completely unwinnable for xxxxxxxxx.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how xxxxxxxxx can do in this game. One of the highest elo players, and of course subbing in for Liam today. And I'm really interested to see how they do being on the controller, pushing Julie into an initiator role as well. They do find the nice picks, and we'll see what can happen. Nova should definitely not hit that button, but Alpaca will find the final kill. A pretty simple 2nd round conversion, as, I mean, Aaron Red with a very interesting Hunter's Fury, and it looks like Honeydew is going to look to play a spam. Actually, no, they played a Garage. Ooh.
Yeah, but what does land is those shock darts. Aaron Red getting so much damage onto D Blue and even picks up Waffle. xxxxxxxx goes down to Nova, and so now this is a really, really bad situation here for the side of Honeydew. We need to see a step up from one of these players. They have the Rolling Thunder, they have the Hunter's Fury, they have so much to stall out this retake, but it's the first tap. It's going to be the Rolling Thunder going out, and this should be a Honeydew run with this Hunter's Fury coming out. The time is so low, and D Blue on the Sting is going to pick up 1. Spike's being stuck, but with the smoke fading, Julie can clean up with Mimosa chiming in as well, and finally we see Honeydew back on the board.
Happily take, and they just take free A site off it as well.
Yeah, it's just a bit odd from Nova, but gonna keep up this aggression and is gonna get the opening pick here on the barn. It could be a really quick eco round as Honeydew look to want to fight it, but you're gonna lose your lives because Aaron Red has tucked into barn position. Minty now inside of this smoke, could be good for multiple, only gonna get 1 though, but Nova's there to trade it back, and so it's all left down to Mimosa, and this has spiraled here for Honeydew. Can Mimosa stabilize? Gonna get a free kill here onto Aaron Red, and knows the location of at least where the players used to be, and they still remain there. Snorlax and Nova. Nova on very low HP here, but will he get the timing? Yes, he will, and just catch Mimosa in the back. And so that's going to be a Rogue Energy Thrifty here for GFU. Snorlax thrives, and I even got Snorlax flanked in my DMs earlier today. He said that he's looking to get a knife kill today, so I'm very interested to see how this shapes up. But D Blue to start it out pretty good on this half, has had a bit of a streak of increase in form so far these last few rounds. Nova though looking to level the playing field, not able to commit to a swing through this smoke though, so he's just gonna fall back and grab the orb. But Minty to claim D Blue's life here, so
I think it's a bit too late as they have it for free. And now we see Snorlax do what Snorlax does, go slow B, looking to potentially find some value on the Julie here.
Yeah, Honeydew, you have to be aware of this. There's no way you're not. And Julie shallow checks it, but does manage to catch the shoulder. So Julie will take care of the flank. It's going to all come down to these site players as Honeydew with the man advantage is too much to overcome, and they will claim this pistol. But it doesn't get you any kills, and so now Honeydew once again get to play a retake with good numbers, something that they've really been performing well so far in this game. Could be a quick retake though, as multiple players are already set up to Havent. Deep Blue pops the delayed storm, so is looking to be the first contact out of the CT position, dashing into the site and not able to find value. Actually manages to get 1, but Nova and Alpaca quick to trade back. xxxxxxxx keeps it even though, and Mimosa contributes as well. It's all left up to Aaron Red in the 1v2. It still has this Hunter's Fury as well, but there's no teammates to cover you, so it's dangerous. Gets the timing though onto Mimosa, and this means that he can just fall back and play the Hunter's Fury. This is an Aaron Red clutch all the way as Julie can't stick the spike fully, gets the tap, and wait, Aaron Red, oh, so close, a little bit under a second left on the defuse, but that could have gotten out of hand. It's a stand-in. Very interested here to see how this goes, as Snorlax is flanked up, but the utility is there to counteract it. And now we're seeing the plant go down. Yeah, like you said, a free site here.
We need to see what Snorlax can do, because Honeydew knows Snorlax is somewhere near this B position. So, but if Snorlax finds any value on this, you gotta feel like Honeydew, it's really hard, as he finds a lot of room. This could be really good for him.
Yeah, Snorlax getting those timings that we've known him for, gets the first kill, and even able to just pick up the second and the third. Great shots from Snorlax to completely gut Honeydew here, as it's all left up to xxxxxxxxxx and Waffle in an impossible situation. The fourth and almost the fifth. Alpaca steals it from under his nose, but no matter what, GFU will be feeling good about that round.
Watching it too, so I'm not going to get too much value, as we only see 3 guns on the side of Honeydew, but we get season trades coming out from C, and Snorlax can't find anything as Mimosa picks him off as they hit the A site here.
And they even know that this is coming down on the A site as well, as the Rolling Thunder will go out, but there's nothing to work off of it, so maybe a little bit of overzealous utility there. And Karoo is already up on this flank. It's going to come down. He actually turns back towards sewers, and he will surely get this kill on Aaron Red. Gets the upgrade alongside it. Sends out a smoke, but actually not able to do so. And Nova is going absolutely huge here. Leaves it, though, in a 1v2 over Alpaca. A little bit of trigger discipline, and Mimosa dies falling out of heaven. This is falling apart for Honeydew.
Yeah, definitely, and the only ultimates are on the side of GFU as well. Waffle, if he gets the ult,
and Nova very aggressive up the A position, and so now he's going to get the opening pick here. It has been opener after opener here lately for GFU, and so now Snorlax can just slot into this mid position and give callouts. He gets the spot onto Karoo, and he even gets the kill. Nova actually yoinks it, but he's used to it at this point, and all he cares about is the neural theft that is going to allow them to just stroll into the C site, and GFU have seemingly completed the comeback on Havent.
That neural theft is so huge, as we see Snorlax going up through mid, potentially going to find the rest of players Honeydew. Julie is very aware and now knows 100%, but either way, that was so cleanly played from GFU. They get the neural theft, knowing exactly where Honeydew is, and this does feel almost impossible, as they have no really way of defending this.
I mean, he's just a problem player here, and another problem is Nova. Red hot like a supernova, as he's gonna get another one. Mimosa to equalize and gets 2, but Snorlax has slipped the net, and he will possibly collect here, but Mimosa manages to get it. Aaron Red, though, closes it out with a double shock dart from the lineup, and it's gonna be a 13-11 victory on Havent for GFU. Talking to Snef? Jesus, I cannot speak today. Snef. She's gonna talk to me for that one, but I've been talking to Steph, you know, and like we said, she's been in the kitchen cooking, doesn't quite know if it's a pastry or a burnt pizza, in her own words. And so far, it's looking pretty delicious as they get the opener onto xxxxxxxxx, and a lot of pressure here on the door as well. xxxxxxxxx gets a second onto Minty. This forces a lot of pressure onto the rest of the GFU players as they need to step up in the 3v5. Aaron Red and Alpaca are going to have their eyes on them. Nova to contribute as well, but Alpaca going down means Nova has to go nuclear once again, and Aaron Red will clean it up as well. A beautiful recovery on the pistol round, and GFU secure.
Full tilt B. If they find Mimosa here, it could be really nice for them, as Mimosa's going to take the aggressive angle.
It's not often we see GFU add this much pace. Oh, Mimosa hitting the ghost there, but ends up going down anyways, so hopefully no issues will particularly come of that. Nova with a very aggressive stance here, and even manages to avoid the boom bot. And so now what's really interesting how this is going to shape up, because we could see Honeydew burst through, but so much set up for GFU to be able to hold these.
Oh, look at Minty.
Could we be seeing the bonus here? Deep Blue manages to get 1, but like you said, Minty in a prime position here. It's all going to come down to such a hectic decider, but it's looking like a GFU round as Minty, the linchpin of it, is going to pick up 3 and even the 4th. A beautiful pickup from Minty to secure the bonus.
Very interesting skirmish.
Yeah, this is just hands out the gate for these teams, and so far it's definitely going in GFU's favor, but it's looking to be a pace change from Honeydew. They want to take the fight to them, and it's not going their way. 2 kills is all they'll get. 3 will go down, and it's a scattered remaining players for Honeydew, and it likely in...
And Aaron Red. That Odin go crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see, but I mean, it could be possibly some recovered rifles from Honeydew, but they're deciding to just stick with these sheriffs, and like I said, this could very quickly get out of hand from that for them. They're gonna most likely be forfeiting this round as Snorlax to clean up Mimosa, not able to claim Waffle. Could we see a little bit more? It's actually getting a bit frisky from Waffle, but Alpaca holds strong and is able to stave off a round win from Honeydew. So set up to watch this flank. GFU could have a masterclass set up here. Deepu manages to one-up Snorlax, but Alpaca is too strong and picks up a double alongside of Aaron Red, and this means that the A site is completely left open. From the shadows committed from Minty, he's looking to get some early value here in the Havent position, and it's going to force xxxxxxxxxxx and Waffle to turn up the pace here, and they're not going to find anything. xxxxxxxxxx goes down, leaving Waffle in yet another 1v3. We saw some crazy shots with the Sheriff last round, possibly with the Vandal could make something happen. Almost giving a freebie onto Minty, but with the mosh pit sent out, he's actually barely able to evade it, and he even has the lockdown. This is doable here for Waffle. We've seen him be a hero before, and a beautiful shot. Is this going to be another Waffle clutch? The signature gets hit by the Dizzy, but able to avoid the peak, and so now Alpaca comes down to a raw duel, and he's able to right the ship, and its streak is kept alive for GFU.
They're thinking it's B, but they don't actually know as we get a Thrash to clear out the site. Showstopper from Nova. This is a lot committed onto Honeydew's eco round, which I think they will definitely take, as they're not going to find any value. But either way, they have a free site, player advantage, weapon advantage. This doesn't look good for them.
Yeah, 2 ults committed on an eco and on a free site is going to mean that possibly Honeydew can shift the tide of this round with ultimates of their own, mainly that Showstopper. It's a beautiful shots from Mimosa to kick it off as well. Aaron Red is going to commit a Nightfall, but it's a response from Mimosa as well, as this is going to get so hectic. Aaron Red to pick up 1. Minty, what do you have in the back of the site? Manages to get 1. Snorlax on the flank picks up another, so it's up to Julie in the 1v3. Snorlax going for the knife kill. It could possibly throw away this round as Julie able to stick the spike, holding it. Aaron Red, you have to pick, and it's gonna be a clutch for Julie on a thrifty rogue energy thrifty to make it for a first round Honeydew on the board. They now have the economy advantage, but it's gonna start to whittle away as the lockdown gets really no value, and D-Blue goes down early as well, so this could go right back to GFU being on top. Nova gets information that it's Karu behind the box, but he manages to win the fight, and Waffle as well, good for 1. So it's gonna be an even man count when all things are said and done. Aaron Red to keep it that way and looking to push the advantage possibly. Minty teleporting into the back of the site as well is gonna try and get this plant down. Alpaca sends in the wingman to do so. And so now it's a post-plant situation, 3v3, but Julie has the Rolling Thunder, the linchpin for this round, but Aaron Red has read this perfectly, sneaking into the Heaven position, but the turret there is to spot her. And so now this is a position where Honeydew could once again string together this round. All relies on the Rolling Thunder potentially, but Waffle doesn't even need it, manages to win the fight. Julie commits the Rolling Thunder to CT because they're still afraid of this flank, but Aaron Red has repositioned and is now in a prime spot to clutch it out. Gets the shot through the wall on Mimosa. It's all left up to Julie in the 1v1 and can't do it again. Aaron Red picks up a 4K and the 6 to get things back on track for GFU. That takes a little bit of damage, but at the end of the day, you have a man advantage, you have rifles, you can make this work. Nova sending out the Showstopper once again, another Showstopper to find absolutely 0 value. And Alpaca getting the plant down means that this is going to be mostly for the mound positions. But Honeydew has won these before. Minty, though, has managed to slip the net.
No
Gets
Nightfall.
one on the Mimosa. And yeah, now the Nightfall's off the board as it's 2 players committed forward. I'd almost rather see Nova be a little bit of passive and just see more pace, but they're just ignoring this flank. Why aren't they looking at it? It's Karoo gets taken out as well. And so now this is a really rough situation for Honeydew. Minty gets one more, so it's still a 2v2. Deep Blue trying to clear out this ground position, but detained are both the players from the lockdown. And so this is going to be a GFU round. Honeydew not able to string together more than 1 round at a time.
That looks... Oh, that is so... I mean, it does hurt for Honeydew, but they need to somehow find this round, and that opening pick didn't help them as much as it should have.
I mean, this is almost disappointing at this point. Deep Blue, though, over the top rope, manages to get one, but was quick to trade it back and get a double as well onto Julian. Like I said, this is almost disappointing. It was looking so promising on Havent for a little bit for Honeydew. They finally looked like they started to find their stride. These role changes were looking really well, but I mean, I almost wonder if they're calling it into question here because it feels like they're back to their old ways. A lot of these things are shaping up the way that we've seen them do before in this league. And yeah, Waffle able to anchor on the site, get 1 kill on a Minty, but that's the lowest player of GFU, and your position's now noted. All you have is a classic rather to hold off so much pressure.
They're leaving the gun too.
Yeah, I mean, they just kind of leave the site. Snorlax able to trade back onto its Karoo, but this could possibly get out of the hand. Aaron Red will throw out the Nightfall, so that confirms that it's only Waffle here in this position. So they could try and commit the plant, but Waffle's just playing so triggered here, or so disciplined here, and GFU aren't even clearing him out. So this sets them up to possibly win this eco round. Snorlax, though, is able to best him, so it's left in a 1v1. Mimosa versus Aaron Red. Will the Fade Dip come through? But Mimosa's able to stabilize and get another round for Honeydew, so they at least get 3 on this half. All these players from Door can make the difference. Nova and Minty are looking to take the first contact off the pressure of the Dizzy, tap onto the spike, and they're not going to find anything off of it. This could be a round, but with the wingman on the defuse, doesn't quite get it to half. It's at the end of the day, it's Snorlax going to keep this at an even man count. Diving into the pin position, and he gets 1 more. It's now a 1v1, only 10 HP on him, but 30 on the other. This could come down to either side, but the spike's so low, you just have to play the time, Deep Blue, and that's exactly what he will do. He'll lose his life, but the round's secured. It's a pistol for Honeydew. Point Minty looking to just shred through this low buy, though, with the judge. It can absolutely tear through light armor, and he looks to do that as nobody from Honeydew is checking the box. It's only good for 1. Julie quick to trade it back, and this is going to be a round with some pace to it as the lockdown goes out. It's going to be an attempted plant, but the rest of Honeydew have to make something happen here. Snorlax with a double on the Nano Swarm, and this is all falling apart. They do get the lockdown taken out, so they're able to possibly stabilize this. Julie gets 1, but quickly trade it back, so it's a 1v2 for Mimosa on 5 HP. Can you pull a miracle out of nowhere as the hunter is just sent out and spots him out? He doesn't even have the spike here. Has to cross through Alpaca, and this crossfire is so perfectly set up. Mosh Pit goes out to just stall a little bit of time and force him into these crossfires, but he gets the opening. Aaron Red goes down, so now Mimosa, could you manage to pull off the impossible? It's in a 1v1, gets the dink through the wall. Dizzy sent out, but it's too late. Mimosa's already rotating towards the C site, so he'll be able to get this plant down, and it's a 1v1 for Alpaca here. Tap on the spike, though. Not fully sure where Alpaca's coming from, and he's a little bit of doubt in his head. Mimosa, do you have what it takes? Peeking in, covered by the pillar, gets the timing as well. Able to sleep deep into the site here. Alpaca throws out the Dizzy and cleans it up, and so it'll be match point and series point for GFU.
Helps a lot as they plant for a mound, and now it's going to be a 5v5 retake. We've seen these retakes go a variety of different ways of Deep Blue taking an aggressive angle with Julie.
Yeah, it depends on how this CT fight's gonna go. Aaron Red deciding to commit the Nightfall into it, and even the lockdown going in as well. So all of the ultimates being committed for GFU. It's now or never. They're trying to step up here. Aaron Red gets one, but it's quick trades back from D Blue and Mimosa. But with this lockdown going out, they're all forced back to Mound. This is gonna come down to the spam, and Snorlax is good on the coverage, but everybody goes down in a moment. And now Alpaca left in the 1v2, sends out Wingman, manages to get 1 and 2 from the Mount position, but D Blue in a spot to secure it, and so this comeback stays alive for Honeydew. Engagements for Honeydew has been the determining factor so much, and they lose D Blue. Nova able to one-up him on when it matters most. It is back against the wall for both of these teams. Could we see another 13-11 map win? Or will this Honeydew clutch continue chugging along? Minty with a great trap play set up, but Mimosa is too sharp, takes out Aaron Red. And so now, Minty, what are you able to stand for? Can you get multiple of these players? You don't have your teammate to bait for you, and it's all going towards this B site as well. So now, Minty throws out the Paranoia, but it doesn't do anything. It's gonna be all up to the retake, and the Thrash goes in early, but it's gonna miss as well. A beautiful teleport from xxxxxxxxxxx to keep Honeydew in this. And so now it's so much pressure onto the side of GFU. Nova and Snorlax, though, contribute to the Rolling Thunder is still online for Julie, though. xxxxxxxxxx, can you stand strong? No, you can't. Nova's too good. 3K on the round, and this could possibly fizzle out. Julie in a 1v3. Spike to half, but Julie with a beautiful flash and a dink through the wall. Could you get the 1v2? No! It's gonna be 13-11. GFU secure the 2-0, and they knock Honeydew back into the drawing board.